Kid, how's it going? I've only used 50% of my power, yet I've beaten you like this. Aren't you going to surrender quickly? Lin Jingyu's facial muscles twitched with pain, but the imminent danger made him extremely anxious. Thinking of the ancestral hall behind him, he didn't know where he found the strength. Struggling to slowly get up, the demonic sect members didn't stop him, just watching the spectacle as if it were a monkey show. The piercing pain seemed to surge up to the top of Lin Jingyu's head. Before he could stabilize himself, another wave of dizziness hit him. He turned his head, gasping heavily for air, and staggered towards the dragon-slaying sword in front of the old man who was sweeping the floor, panting, "Old man, it's dangerous here. You need to hurry, hurry, and leave ... The old man, who looked like someone who usually cleaned the ancestral hall of Qingyun Sect, had a withered face with wrinkles as deep as knife cuts. It was strange that while Lin Jingyu fought the demonic sect members, he stood quietly on the side, watching silently without fleeing or speaking. At this moment, he glanced at Lin Jingyu's chest as he approached, then suddenly said lightly, leaving Soul Spike, "You're the assassin ZhuXian from the Longevity Hall of the Demonic Sect, aren't you?" The four members of the demonic sect froze, and the false Xingguance's expression suddenly turned gold. He said, "I didn't expect there to be an expert here. Yes, I am ZhuXian, and who might you be?" However, the withered old man didn't answer him. He murmured to himself, "Leaving Soul Spike is originally a rare treasure of the demonic sect with tremendous power, but in the hands of someone as despicable as you, it has only been reduced to a tool for plotting against others, truly wasting this precious treasure." ZhuXian was furious, but for a moment, he couldn't figure out the identity of this mysterious old man. Seeing that he looked shaky but spoke with a terrifying tone, ZhuXian couldn't help but feel a little uneasy and said angrily, "Who exactly are you?" The old man sighed, "Who am I? Haha, even I have forgotten who I am ... double quotes as he spoke. His face was filled with sorrow, and his tone was full of desolation. Then he turned his head and said to the stunned Lin Jingyu beside him, "Child." Lin Jingyu was startled and quickly said, "Yes, senior." The old man looked him up and down, revealing a hint of a smile, and said, "Whose disciple are you?" Lin Jingyu didn't know why, but at this moment, he suddenly felt an inexplicable awe towards this old man. He whispered, "I am a disciple of Master Kangsong from Longshu Peak ... As he spoke, he suddenly remembered that Master Kangsong had betrayed Qingyun Sect. A sour feeling surged in his heart, and he couldn't continue speaking. The old man nodded slightly and whispered, "Kangsong, ha, he does have a good eye for disciples, haha." With trembling hands, the old man reached out and grabbed the dragon-slaying sword that was inserted into the ground in front of him, watched his slow movements, suddenly tense, as if his inner self was also anticipating something, involuntarily holding his breath. Those pair of withered and ancient hands, having endured countless winds and frosts, when they once again touched the hard and cold sword hilt, then clenched it tight. Inside the ancestral hall, there suddenly emanated a faint sound of bells and cauldrons, clang ... Suddenly, the once dim dragon-slaying sword erupted with a burst of green light, its brilliance shining like the blazing sun in the sky, dazzling and impossible to look directly at. The old man slowly drew out the dragon-slaying sword. With each movement, the sword seemed to tremble with excitement, emitting an incessant dragon roar, its soul-stirring sound echoing and reverberating, reaching to the heavens. The old man stood upright, slowly placing the dragon-slaying sword, ablaze with green brilliance, in front of him, gently caressing it with his hand. Those hands, callous by the passage of time, were as gentle as caressing a beloved woman. The dragon-slaying sword whistled. Even from afar, Lin Jingyu and the members of the demon cult felt the spirited excitement of the dragon-slaying sword as if it had its own consciousness. Lin Jingyu stared in astonishment at the dragon-slaying sword, which he could hardly recognize, radiating unparalleled brilliance in the hands of the old man. And after that withered old man grasped the divine sword, he seemed to transform. His invisible momentum surged forth, like the legendary ancient sword god. Child, pay attention. The dragon-slaying sword is not to be used as you did, the old man said lightly amidst the surging green light. Before his words fell, there was suddenly a burst of green light, enveloping the entire area in an instant. Amidst the sharp whistling, the dragon-slaying sword flew out from the old man's hand like a flash of lightning. Charging forward, the members of the demon cult, having noticed the formidable momentum of the old man long ago, shouted and wielded their magical treasures to attack. Only ZhuXian stood back, his brow furrowed, but he did not make a move. The three of them almost used the same method as before to deal with Lin Xingyu. The leader brandished his long halberd for a frontal attack, while flying swords rose, and the bone-white sword attempted to sneak attack. However, the old man completely ignored the yellow flying sword and the bone-white sword. The dragon-slaying sword turned into a pillar of light, overwhelming and attacking directly. The leader of the demon cult was greatly alarmed, hurriedly wielding his long halberd to defend, but with a crisp sound, the dragon-slaying sword sliced the long halberd into without hesitation, then continued its descent, beheading him. Hiss ... In the stunned silence of Lin Xingyu and the others, one of the members of the demon cult was cut in half from head to toe, blood raining down, almost without pause. Amidst the sky full of blood, the verdant brilliance, like a demon, surged forth, rushing towards the other two.